hilarious.
Yeah, it was. That
Three,
was.
two, one. Yo, 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 what's going on, man? Welcome to another episode of Raps and Wrestling.
Yes,
It's
sir.
your boy King Run. I got my player partner right here with me.
Sun Hero, what's happening, y'all?
Yes, sir, man. Look a little different today, you know what I'm saying? We missing Kenny Andretti. He had to make some moves. So we here to hold it down for him.
Yep.
Get
Safe
back soon.
travels.
Yes,
Safe
sir.
travels to my boy, man.
Yes, sir, man. We appreciate y'all tuned in last week for the first episode of Raps and Wrestling. You know what I'm saying? A lot of
Yes.
praises. You know, a lot of y'all digging the setup. You know what I'm saying? So we added a few more people. I
Just a
gotta
little.
I gotta get the rest of my Funkos together. You know, but we probably it probably change up every other week. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Cause we got a lot of wrestling stuff we want to showcase for y'all, but this week in wrestling, last week in wrestling, it was a doozy. It was a
Ooh,
doozy, man.
man.
Uh, I'm pretty sure y'all watched the Revolution pay per view.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all might have liked it. You know, a lot of mixed feelings out there. You know what I'm saying, especially with that ending. But
I
we here to talk
man.
about that. You know what I'm saying. I'm gonna let my boy go first because I know how he feel. You know what I'm saying.
I wow, man. It was it was one that I wasn't expecting. Of
No, most
course,
definitely.
not at all. I do like the fact that AEW is playing up the part, I guess. They did this before with Dark Order. You know, I like how they're going along with this as being like this grand scheme, this grand plan to make
Mm-hmm.
everybody like ha ha ha, we made you guys look like idiots, but in reality, no, they didn't. No. No.
They didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? They weren't
Right.
even close to doing that. Cause a lot of people saw clean through it. You know, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure they didn't really want to hurt anybody. You know what I'm saying, with this whole explosion thing. Cause from the matches from the past,
Yeah.
when the rings actually exploded, that
Yeah.
shit looks dangerous. I wouldn't have been in that match. I wouldn't want to be ringside. You know what I'm saying? If that
Right.
match was even going on, because I've been to wrestling events. You know, I went to the SmackDown years ago when they came to the Pyramid out here in Memphis, Tennessee. Kane came out there. Soon as that first pyro hit, the building went up to about 100 degrees. He didn't even make it to the ring yet. So when he got to the ring, and then he did his pyro again, it was another 100 degrees, and I'm like, oh my god, it's hot.
It's hot.
It's
It
hot.
it
I'm
was
talking about every
hot,
time
man.
pyro hit, it gets hot in any arena that you in. So I couldn't imagine being in this arena and this ring actually exploding like it's done in the past when they've
Yeah.
had these type of matches. So I kind of feel them on the playing the safe part and keeping everybody safe, but they could have did something else besides them little sparklers though. Like that shit was childish as hell.
It was very childish, and I think what a lot of people were saying about this match in particular was like how that finish happened. It really overlooked what a good match that was really happening
Yeah.
in that barbed wire death match. Because I kind of figured, it was gonna be some type of safety net
Hmm.
because they wasn't gonna go fully extreme barbed wire
Nah,
death
man, they
match.
couldn't.
Like, they
They
couldn't.
couldn't.
They couldn't really. It's just like, but I do agree with a lot of people. Even though this match was it was such a good storytelling. It was such a good story told,
Mm.
in this match. A lot of people are just gonna overlook it now because of this finish.
Just
And
because of the finish.
yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. I personally, me, I tried to look over it. I
Mm. You got to, man. You really got to, because people nitpick. They got problems with everything.
yeah,
Anybody does nowadays. Like, you can't do anything correct. If you try to
hmm
save a person's life, you wrong. If you let them die, you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Right.
can't do anything right, and there's no
Can't.
difference in wrestling. It's always been like that. Like you either cross the line or you don't cross the line. But either way it goes, you gonna have people on the fences about it, and it's never gonna change.
Right.
It's never gonna
It's
change. Speaking
never.
of no changes, there was no title changes at Revolution either. Everybody kept their titles. Young Bucks kept the tag titles.
In a pretty good match.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent, pretty
Pretty.
decent. It was a Young Bucks match, and they're
Yeah.
gonna put on the show.
You already know, and for those, y'all already know. Y'all already know.
Yeah, you know. I never get her name right. The women's champion.
uh,
I can never get her name right, man.
Hikaru,
Hikaru Shida.
Hikaru Shida.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she kept her title. That was a pretty good match too.
That was
That was probably like one of the highlights of the whole show.
Yeah, that was a really great match. I love just seeing like Joshi matches like that. Like just hard hitting, just not it just took its time.
We got audience members, know what I'm saying? Let them know what Joshi is. They might not know what the Joshi matches is out there.
Oh man, like
Yeah,
Joshi
yeah.
matches is pretty much
Little explanation for y'all.
a little explanation. Joshi matches are basically just they're Japanese matches. It's basically just women matches. So like man, it was such a great matchup between the two, and I can't remember her name though,
I'm on it. I'm on it.
but it was such a great hard hitting match, and I'm like, man, yo, this is this was what really woke up. I feel like this is what really woke up the pay per view. You know, with
'Cause
that match, it was
wasn't
pretty
no
good.
the pay per view wasn't a sleeper, but it had some okay matches in between the title matches. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no bad matches or nothing like that. But when they started wrestling, um, damn, what is her name? Sheeta, being the woman's champion that she is, she brings a lot of excitement to her matches. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
the lady she was wrestling, I'm still looking for her name. I cannot remember her name. I'm baffled. But she was exciting. She had a lot of high flashy type of moves too, and she was putting the work on Sheeta. The world title, of course, did change hands.
Right.
Kenny Omega won that match. The match was amazing. Like I grew up watching ECW. You know what I mean? Then Terry Funk.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
most definitely put a whole nother spin on like barbed wire type matches. I think he did every type of barbed wire match thing that you could even possibly do. But I did watch John Moxley get hit in the face with a barbed wire exploding bat. And you can't just do that. You know what I'm saying? Like you just can't hit somebody in the face with a bat with barbed wire on it, and it exploded. I mean, his face was looking black and shit. I'm like, no, you can't
I've
pretend to be.
never,
You can't pretend out here with barbed wire. You know what I'm saying?
I've never seen nothing like I've never seen an exploding like barbed wire bat.
No, he smacked the hell out this man with his bat, y'all. I'm talking about this damn man literally was trying to take his
Man,
face off. And it's just for me. I know wrestling isn't, is real or however they want to do it, but there's
yeah,
no way you can just go around smacking somebody with barbed wire. John Moxley wrapped barbed wire around his arm and started choking and fucking hitting Kenny with it. I'm like, no, bruh.
it's just
But then the ending is the ending, and people, all that match was terrible. Like, you not doing any of this.
you're not right. You're not. You know, kudos to Moxley and Omega for even putting themselves through that yet again
Again.
because when these two get in the ring, especially around this type of environment, it's bound to be just a great match every time. I wouldn't, well, let's say good to great, the storytelling is always there, and now it's been personal. So this this is just a great match. This was just a great matchup. Unfortunately, it was the ending that just kind of like kind of shit on
Just kind of
everything.
just
Yeah, and it's like, hey, but
it
they gave
happens.
us they gave us an understanding. Well, they gave us well, no, excuse me, an explanation
Yeah,
on what
really happened.
happened, and like I said before, it kind of it you can kind of make sense with it, but at the same time, you're not making us look like idiots, though.
Yeah,
You know,
keep forgetting who your fans are.
right? I
Like
love you.
we've been a part of this revolution.
Right.
We've seen the realness and we've seen the mistakes that y'all do. There's nothing wrong with it. We've watched wrestling our whole lives. People like me, people like B, like we accept the things that y'all do and don't do. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't really just blow somebody up like that.
No, you
But
can't.
don't be trying to pull the covers over and be like, oh yeah, this is that and this is that. No, it's not. It's not that. You know what I'm saying? But
Nah.
moving on, Revolution was great. What's that next pay per view?
Oh, I'm not. I'm not sure.
All In. Is it all?
I
No, it's
think
not
all
All
in. I
In. I
think
don't
all
know,
in
man.
is their next pay per view up
I
next.
had it. I had it, and then I forgot it. Let's see.
Oh, Double or Nothing.
Yeah,
Yes, it was Double or Nothing.
yeah, that's their next pay per
The
view.
next pay per view up, yeah. But this is it's really gonna be interesting to see what's to come now with what all that transpired
This week.
this week. Yes.
We
Right
finna get
now,
to
of
it.
course, if you guys do not know or you've been under a rock, Rich Swann has unified the TNA World Heavyweight Championship with the Impact World Heavyweight Championship.
Yes, sir.
So now at
Global champion, baby.
yes. So now at Impact's Rebellion pay per view is gonna be Rich Swann and Kenny Omega for a title versus title match. Now I don't know how to really feel about this, man.
Let's get into it.
I I kind of see where they're trying to go with this whole storyline with Kenny Omega being this, I guess, being the belt collector because
Yeah, grand champion.
grand champion. Yes, he's already the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. He is currently Triple A's
Mega world champion.
Mega World Champion.
So he's already collected at least
Yeah,
two titles.
two titles under his belt right now.
Yeah.
And so now we have Rich Swann in the Impact World title. Yeah, like I said, man, I don't know because you got two guys that you can't neither one can really just afford to lose right now, especially with Rich Swann. He has he just unified the TNA World Heavyweight title from Moose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's you can't have either guy lose, So it's
They both strong champions, and Rich Swann been holding down the Impact title for a while. Like you mentioned earlier, he hasn't really had I guess like a significant time as portrayed as the champion. You know what I'm saying?
he hasn't, but I'm not crediting the fact that he's had some great matches. The reason why I said that was because I want, Rich Swann to have a longer reign because it's long overdue. I think the man is really incredible. So to me, I feel like it's just like you can't have him lose, this match. But hopefully, I feel like they might just do some normal, like probably like just screwy finish or whatever. But to try to make both champions still come out looking strong, but neither one lose their respective title. So it's like,
If they unify these titles, make them one, and then Rich Swann just lose the title to Kenny, then it's gonna be like, I feel like this most definitely what's gonna happen. He gonna lose the
Yeah.
title to Kenny. They gonna make them all one, and then it's just gonna be Kenny will have this belt. Then I guess he gonna go to New Japan and get their belt too, cause they unify the titles over there also.
right.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man.
I don't
Impact
know.
Wrestling is being fucking taken over by AEW right now.
I don't know, man. I've been seeing different takes here and there
Hmm.
about the whole situation. I would like to soon see, I've seen more AEW on Impact than I have Impact on AEW, And
Hmm.
I love AEW. I think, well, love is a strong word. Let
We
me
here for
We
AEW.
here for
You know what I'm
AEW
saying?
right now, man.
Cause
I like AEW. I'm not gonna sit here and say I don't agree with some of the decisions. That's what our promotions, man. That's what we gotta. That's what a lot of people has to understand.
hmm
But you know, but like I like AEW, like what they're doing. I do have questions about some methods they do. But like I said, right now I would love to see more people Impact wrestlers on AEW.
besides the good, what's the
Yeah.
Good Brothers?
But yeah, the Good Brothers. Yeah, yeah.
They
That's the
just they
only
lost their
one.
titles at
And
Sacrifice,
Sacrifice, yeah,
so they no longer the tag champions
to Finn Juice,
yeah,
David Finley, and Juice Robinson.
from
Yo,
New Japan.
wow.
It
So
was a good match.
yeah, it was really shit.
It's hard. It's hard now because they don't have their titles no more. Kenny got his. Now they gonna
Yeah.
try to go after the Young Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Try to get they titles because the Young Bucks got it, and even though the Good Brothers be on, it's like they cordial with the Young Bucks because of Kenny. They be
Mm-hmm.
there, they be helping Kenny out, or they'll come help out the Young Bucks. But
Right.
Kenny is always there, Dom is always there, so it's not really like they just trying to be cool with them
Right.
or just portraying that they cool with them. But they don't got their titles no more. So it's like the stock kind of went down for what Dom got going on because he ain't reigning supreme with his champions. He just got Kenny,
I
and that's
think.
interesting too.
Yeah, that is
Cause it's like,
interesting.
are they gonna still be on Impact or they gonna be strictly on AEW now?
Who knows, man?
Real,
I don't.
real questions out there. Who knows?
Yeah, it's been seeds planted with that. I assume, but who knows, man? With the Good Brothers, we don't know. It could be leading up to one big swerve. But
Mm,
who
I don't
knows,
know, man. We
man?
gotta
Who
wait and see,
knows?
man. Earlier this week, we gonna shift to another brand that we likes to talk about a lot. There's WWE.
W.
They had a lot of things going on around this week. You know what I'm saying? On Raw, you had the Miz and Bobby Lashley rematch. He served them up again.
When will he ever learn, man? I'm just, it's like
Yeah.
I don't even at this point. You don't even need to go for another like attempt.
No, you might as well give it up after that one. He served him up
Sir, that
again, bro.
man up like like
He had his pickings. I'm talking about.
his pickings,
It was
man. Like
hilarious, bro. I didn't think he was gonna get funnier because last week this shit, it was funny. It was embarrassing for the Miz. He beat the brakes off the Miz, but then he came back again and did the exact same thing.
thing
And it's like,
over and
bro,
over, man.
what the heck? Who the Miz that made mad? You know what I'm saying?
When he pissed off, like
He made somebody goddamn mad, bro.
had to
For
make
real.
somebody mad.
They got
Man.
they got Bobby reigning supreme, the Almighty. Oh, did you see his new entrance?
That shit, yo. See, let me say something right quick, yo. You cannot have this man lose at WrestleMania now.
Oh man.
With this setup, with this entrance he has now,
He can't be a
yo,
transition champion.
you can't, no, you can't, because you cannot. That just goes. See, now this is the reason why. This is the reason why, like, I have a slight issue with WWE as far as when it comes to just creative decisions. It's like, okay, now you cannot have this man look like a unbeat like this unstoppable champion and only for him to lose to either Drew McIntyre or whatever they're gonna do.
Or
Because
Sheamus type
yeah,
shit.
whatever they're gonna do, you cannot have Bobby Lashley lose. You
Get
cannot have
him a month later
right, and not
after
only
winning
that,
the title.
right,
They gave him sub. They
yeah,
literally gave him the title. You know what I'm
uh-huh,
saying? And that kind of scares me because I'm like, bro, it's WWE. They just they give you the title. They just take it away from you too
yeah,
to make it to make their things, their dreams or whatever happen. Not even worried about the longevity of the title reign that Bobby deserves. You know what I'm saying? If
mm-hmm,
he do win at WrestleMania, it's gonna be. I feel like that'll be way more major than somebody else beating him at WrestleMania. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? So that's where I'm at with it. Cause ain't no telling what WWE will do, like you said, with their creativity. I just saw a
it's
post. They were like Vince came and scrapped all the plans for WrestleMania,
mm,
and I'm like, bruh, this man, he just if he don't like it, it ain't getting done, and that's wild. Like WrestleMania is
it's
like a good month away, and they talking about some goddamn scrapping all the plans.
it's been a long time since I've truly been excited about WrestleMania. It's like it's not exciting anymore because
Mm-hmm.
it's just everything is last minute, or we're getting like matches that are just being thrown together,
And you,
at the last minute. But right now, a lot of people I look at it like this, and for those who don't know, JD from NY 206, a lot of
mm-hmm.
y'all might not know. Some of y'all might know this guy. You might hate him because he can be pretty outlandish sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But he made a perfect point though, where it's like this WrestleMania is just we're just getting this WrestleMania just because like now it's gonna be in front of people for the first time since this whole pandemic been going on. And so you're just getting matches because it's just the fact of like, oh my God, I haven't been out to a wrestling event in so
Mm-hmm.
long since this pandemic hit. And
Especially a WWE
yeah,
event.
yeah. WrestleMania is 2 nights now. So, it's just I'm just not excited about WrestleMania anymore like I used to
Two
be. It's
nights.
2 nights is no. Look
Two
though.
nights is not loud. Yeah, I feel like you about to say what I feel like I'm about to say.
What is
Cause
it? Go ahead.
2 nights is not bad for a wrestling event.
Mm-hmm.
It's just WWE's wrestling event. You know what I'm saying? Raw is already 3 hours long and it be dragging.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And SmackDown not even 3 hours long. It's just it's regular time, and it still be dragging. So it's like you finna drag us for 2 days for
Mm-hmm.
two events. Like, yeah, I understand the conditions and the times being what they is, and yeah, you might have to do, the two different nights for health purposes or whatnot.
Yeah.
But what is you finna do for 2 nights? Like, I don't know. Y'all don't showcase no other wrestlers like NXT on none of the WrestleManias, none of the pay per views, and you don't have no wrestlers getting got getting goddamn spotlight like that to even put on for 2 nights. Like the wrestlers we see, it be about a good 8 every week. And you
Yeah.
finna have these 8 wrestlers wrestle 2 nights in a row.
Yeah.
Like this wild as hell.
It's wild, man, but like I said, it's just they're just giving us this for just for the fact that it's the first one
Hmm.
since the pandemic.
They can actually have people that.
People there to just watch and just be like, oh, the pyro and
Oh yeah, they gotta go
everything,
big. They gotta
dog.
go
Like,
big. I hope they're not in no damn Thunderdome. I think what they
no,
call it.
no. They're in Tampa. They're
Oh, so
hosting
they
it.
went to Florida too, huh?
Yeah, they're hosting it at the
Mm,
they
I
because
see.
they were supposed to do it last year
Mm.
before the pandemic. They was supposed
Oh
to
yeah, yeah. They
they were
was.
supposed to host it there, but after the Super Bowl this year, they just decided like okay they're gonna host it there, and I think they got other dates lined up, man. And it's like they already set in stone. I know one of them is in Los Angeles this year, and the next one, I think the another one is in Dallas or in Texas this year as well. So I mean, in the next year. So it's already set up, but who knows, man? It's this year. It's like. Eh.
Yeah, it's being WrestleMania. It being WWE. They views are already dropping. They storylines are already changing. You don't know who's really going for who.
Right.
Cause on SmackDown, I'm thinking, WrestleMania was gonna be Roman Reigns and Edge, but now they just slid Daniel Bryan in the picture. You know what I'm saying? So is it gonna be Daniel Bryan, Edge, and Roman Reigns? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's really
It's
going on?
it's a possibility because I feel with Daniel Bryan being possibly in the picture, it helps like keep Roman Reigns strong in the end because he ain't got to take the pinfall. It can be like if Edge if
Oh,
they
so if
want
he
to,
do lose the title
yeah,
type or not, yeah,
if they wanna send Edge
that's a
off.
possibility. He could lose this
He
title.
could because you've already see here you go again. Here you go again. You got Edge who's just came back, from his neck injuries. We all know the story with that. Never really lost at that time the world heavyweight title, which is now the pretty much the universal title.
Title.
So you have that story going, and now you have Roman Reigns, who's just been unstoppable as a heel since being with Paul Heyman, and just he's been. This is the most enjoyable I've
Roman.
seen Roman Reigns. You know what I mean? So it's like you don't want him to lose that, but at the same time, you kind of gotta like you've already gone with this. I feel like they're gonna go with the story with Edge winning and going out, finally going, probably going out on his own terms. You know what I mean? It's like, but having Daniel Bryan in there with either one of them could take the pinfall and still come out looking okay at the end because it'll be like, oh well, if Edge come out short, who knows, man? But
knows?
who knows?
It's it's cool. It opens up. See, like for me, it opens up different storylines. You know what I'm saying? Because if Edge win, either Edge or Daniel Bryan win, like you said, Roman don't have to get pinned.
Yep.
Now you got Roman in a position where he's the head of the table. He's trying to
Yep.
prove himself, so he gets to go after the title as a heel. And that's different than him just having a title and being a heel. Because what would he do as a heel? Like,
Right.
how low would he stoop to get the title back? Type, you know what I'm saying? Like, it can add a whole nother character, like build to Roman Reigns with him not having a title.
Yeah.
Then he got Jay on his side. Hopefully Jimmy comes back, and then they can just be a power group together and go after both world title or the universal title and the tag titles, and then bam, they had it all the way up.
Have that. Yeah.
To who knows?
Who knows, man?
Because they deserve it. You know what I'm saying? It makes
Yeah,
sense for
but
them to have both all the titles and Paul Heyman, you know what I'm saying, being the mouth. And then the EST of SmackDown, like I'm still pulling for her because hopefully
Lord have
she
mercy.
wins this title at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
she's a whole nother beast in the ring. I
Whole
feel
nother
like
beast, like
she would be good as a heel and probably being managed by Paul Heyman too, because she already strong. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? She already has that
Hey.
powerhouse wrestling style, so she don't even really have to talk. You don't really have to say anything.
Yeah.
She could just be a fucking Roman Reigns type champion to just sit there and just take the praises and just whoop people ass.
Right.
Because they don't have nobody like that in a women's division.
No, they
Their
don't.
women's division is
Yeah, like anything.
shit sleep. I was I was doing that because the women's division is sleep. Like
Oh shit.
they
I'm
don't
sorry,
be having
y'all.
nothing going on.
It was doobies. It was doobies before the shoot,
They don't
and
be
that's a
having nothing
shoot.
going on. Oh, speaking of the women's division, they got a new tag titles in NXT.
Man, look.
Now they just created the women's tag titles in NXT, but I was under the notion that the WWE women's title
We're
was
gonna go
also
down.
for NXT.
We're gonna go down there.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because they showed up a few times. Yeah, Shayna and Nia then showed up a few times in NXT getting disrespectful. Now they got their own title. So it's like, you just never know with WWE, bro. Like, them folks just pull one out of the bag
It's
on you.
hi. Wow. Yeah, I can. I don't understand why they need another set.
Titles?
Yo, it's already. Why do you need another set of titles and y'all don't even like tag team wrestling? The only thing, the, I mean,
And
be,
that's true. They
let's
don't.
let's
They have
let's
no care in the world
it's no
for
and what
tag team
I'm
wrestling.
and don't get it twisted. What I'm saying is not new. Everybody knows this. WWE does not like tag team wrestling, so it doesn't make sense to have another set of titles in NXT when you could have just took the ones,
But you already have.
bring them down
Bring
there.
them to NXT.
Yeah.
Let them be the WWE champions. Let them move around. Get their face on TV. Get their skills on TV. Because Amber Moon is the champion, and people already know what I'm saying know her.
Yeah.
Like they familiar with Amber Moon, so it wouldn't have been no hassle to make her a tag champion
Yeah.
and have her going through the promotions and whatnot. But WWE always doing some randomness. I don't even know how many women wrestlers they have in NXT that have a tag division. Cause they always pulling up wrestlers from NXT to WWE and SmackDown.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, man. So them bringing this damn new tag division in NXT is baffling to me. Cause I don't know. I just felt like they women's divisions was already lacking the showcase anyway. In both in WWE and NXT, Raw, SmackDown, 501 Live, 201 Live, main event, wherever they showcasing wrestling, is less women being
Yeah.
showcased on wrestling, and then they want to bring in new titles.
They just don't have anybody built up. That's simple as that.
Like they not putting nobody in the spotlight to be making all these new titles, and then it's like, bro, y'all keep making these titles, but they all look the same. Every NXT title look exactly like the other one, except for like the main title. Then all the NXT UK titles kind of similar, you know. They got NXT UK. I don't even see women wrestling on there like that.
It's don't sleep though. It's actually pretty decent, but it's not,
Like like the other wrestling, like the men and all that, like NXT UK is live, you know what I'm saying? But their women's division across the platform is like fucking sleeper and shit, bro. And that shit trash as hell.
crazy, man.
I'm gonna tell you what's trash as hell. And don't get me wrong, I love them, but I do not want to see Shane O'Mac wrestling. Shane been fucking harassing Braun Strowman since I want to say before Elimination Chamber. He was trying to get in his damn title shot. Shane was not hearing that shit, whatnot.
Wasn't
You
he?
know what I'm saying?
Wasn't he just with the Raw Underground?
Yeah, Shane. What happened to that? Them folk had Raw Underground for like 3 weeks, and then it just disappeared. Shane was over that. Braun Strowman was whooping people ass in that.
That's a different story for another time, man.
That shit was ridiculous, yeah, bro. I'm not here to watch Shane wrestle, man. Don't get me wrong, man. I love watching Shane wrestle back in the day. But no, I don't want to see him back in the wrestling program, like, at all, with nobody. See, him being on TV is cool. Like, he could be the manager, but they got some other dude being a manager right now. So it's like, Shane, go sit down somewhere. I ain't here for it, bro, for real. Not here for it. But before we get out of here, we got to talk about this AEW Dynamite episode this past week, man. I put this last because so much happened. It kind of was like a full 360 with AEW this past Wednesday.
Yeah.
You got the fallout from Revolution. You got Kenny Omega, him and Dom. They out in the ring. They talking smack. They putting it out there that the little faulty ring thing was kind of a joke, but
An evil plan, a plot,
it
plot
wasn't.
twist.
It wasn't, but it was still funny because goddamn Kenny Omega laid down on the mat and told Dom to 69 him. And they had the little countdown going out like the ring was finna blow up.
I said, oh, 69 me, Don.
69 me. That shit was so funny. But it wasn't funny to my boy Eddie. He came out there with all the smoke. Because he was the one out there trying to save John. They thought the ring was finna explode. He apparently, they did a little interview, him and John Moxley. They was talking about it, like they back to being best friends again. They got a tag match against them, like I think against Kenny or the Good Brothers coming up, you know what I'm saying? But, Eddie was like, he didn't know that it wasn't gonna blow up. He just was trying to get his boy situated. In real life, had a panic attack. That's the way they tried to spin it. Because he had a panic attack and like kind of passed out for real. I've never had a panic attack, so I'm not here to like poke fun at people that do have panic attacks.
Right.
Because it's a serious thing that's going on out here. So he could have real deal had a panic attack in the ring. I don't know. I'm not here to question that. But my boy John Moxley came out stronger than I feel like Kenny did after this whole little interview thing. And the shit like right after that, we had the match for the TNT title, Scorpio Sky versus Darby Allin. Great match, bro. Like,
Sonic ring.
Yeah, he had to win a brass ring, my bad. Brass ring was the Sonic ring. That hoe was big as hell, and it looked like he dropped that hoe. It was gonna be the end of the stage if he ever lost that hoe. he put moves on Darby Allin that was goddamn tremendous, bro. Like Scorpio Sky's like my second favorite wrestler in AEW behind Ray Phoenix. Because he was pulling off goddamn reversals. He was goddamn putting people in goddamn court. Like, the moves that he was doing to this man, he tried to do Darby tried to do a coffin drop off the top rope. This man reversed it into a power bomb. Man. I'm like, come on, fool. This man has got all the talent, all the skills in the world, and they still didn't give him this damn title, which is really making me mad, bro, because Scorpio Sky was undefeated until this.
Up until that, but it is leading to something bigger, I feel like, with Scorpio Sky. So I like this. I don't know. I guess this is I guess you would consider this a heel turn.
Oh yeah, this most definitely. He did a heel turn while putting this man in a heel lock.
Right.
The irony.
So we just only time will tell, man. I like to see this new attitude from Scorpio Sky because he is good as hell in the ring. So
it's most definitely long overdue for him to have the praises. He need a title. Like I'm tired of him not having no title. Real spill, because he's like I said, he's been undefeated since AEW started. He wasn't losing no matches. He was having real clean matches. I mean, it's rare for somebody. I think he was like up to 22 wins, clean wins. You know what I'm saying? No fugaziness, no damn DQs, no goddamn just distraction finishes, which happens all the time in wrestling. But it's like, oh man, now he's just what's the next for Scorpio Sky? He lost the TNT title match. Like, is he still gonna chase it?
Well,
what is he gonna do?
Well, he still got the Sonic ring. So,
he can beat somebody's ass with this Sonic ring. That's about it. That's about it. That's all he do with this big ass Sonic ring.
That boy got the mega rings.
And that was a good match, man. Penta, he called out Cody Rhodes. He told Cody Rhodes, if he was the Prince of Wrestling, that he was the damn Lord of Lucha Libre.
Lord of Lucha Libre, yeah.
Told Cody as he would have really messed his shoulder up and he wouldn't be able to hold his newborn daughter.
That was fighting words right there.
Cody lost it. First of all, how long was Brandy pregnant? Because I'm pretty sure they announced that she was pregnant 3 Dynamites ago.
Yeah, he did.
Then
I mean, shit.
she had to be
She,
pregnant for a while. But
she,
congratulations to
yeah, congrats, but
Brandy and Cody Rhodes.
congrats.
You know, they new baby girl. Hey, big ups. Penta was out a lot. You know what I'm saying. But I'm looking forward to this little rivalry that they got together because Cody just out here beating people for no reason. He's not going after no titles, no tag titles, no. He's just having matches,
Right.
destroying people. You know, and I'm here for it. But hey, I feel like he need a I feel like he needs something to actually like do besides just come out every week and win matches. You know what
Well,
I'm
he can't
saying?
go. Well, he can't go for the world heavyweight title, so he's gonna have to. I
He
mean,
got to go back
got
to the
some.
TNT title or just
I
be
mean,
fighting
or
people
some more go for their tag title.
or go try to get the brass ring because they hoe big as hell. Everybody can
Yeah,
have that
Sonic
hoe.
Ring,
And
man.
yeah, last but not least, AEW MJF, the whole switcheroo.
Man, wow.
Yeah,
This
this was
for
a this was a this was also like a year of storytelling going on too. You know what I'm saying? Based on the team that he's so called put together.
I really enjoyed how AEW really just kind of like subtle seed planting. You know, for a lot of things that eventually made sense. If you go back, you know, to the beginning of the whole when everything happened, they were ringside together.
Yeah,
You know, betting
drinking,
on matches, drinking.
bet big money too.
Yeah.
I like
So,
that. Yeah, because I went back and watched those little, those little clips
uh
from back
huh.
then. I'm saying back then like it was a while, like a long
Right.
time ago. Last year, right when the pandemic happened,
Yeah.
AEW kind of had wrestlers around the ring, MJF, Tony Blanchard, and Sean Spears. They out there big money counting, betting on wrestlers, and it was hilarious. And it was like for a couple of weeks they was doing this, and to get to this point that MJF
Right.
trades on the inner circle, really
Yep.
Jericho, and then next thing you know, the inner circle turning around, loyal as hell, like Jericho, like boy, we talk every day, boy. You can't get nothing around us. Well, we knew we was doing it. We was just waiting for you. And then
Right.
they just knew, so they had the upper hand. But lights went out, come back on. You got Warlow, Tully,
FTR.
FTR, Sean Spears. I'm talking about they opened up a can on the inner circle,
And
and it was
now
hilarious. It was
and
hilarious, man.
and now here you have the inner circle in this situation are looked at as baby faces in a certain way
Baby
because
faces.
now you have MJF who is the leader of this new faction. We don't know what it is right now.
Yeah, they
A
didn't
lot
give
of
us no
people
name.
a lot of people are speculating that it can be like a new four horsemen stable, but nah, I think it can be of that, but we don't need it to be another
Four
horseman.
horsemen. Yeah,
Yeah,
we don't need
it would
another
never
edition of the four horsemen.
it would never be it would be cool, but it would never be another one like that. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, that's what I'm really waiting to see. Like the name, what is the name of this faction? Because it's not just no random put together wrestlers. You know what I'm saying? You got FTR, former AEW world champions, world tag team champions, and then like across the world tag team champions. Like they'd have been tag champs in every promotion you could think of. Then you got the chairman, Sean Spears. Like you don't put together a stable with these three cats and then just, call it the new horseman. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, bro,
with
you can't bite that hard. If
you can't
AEW bite that hard, I'm gonna be like, come on, man. That's a lot of biting y'all doing. Y'all gonna get some,
with Tully Blanchard under the realm. So it's
yeah.
just like it's
Cause like a week ago, R. Anderson came out there and he threw up the four while they was in the ring together, and I'm like, okay, that's subtle, but if they go all the way with it, then I'm really be like,
so
I don't know.
only time will tell,
Only time
man.
will tell, man. It's gonna be a long ride with AEW. I feel because they got a lot of storytelling that they doing. Because I feel like some form of fashion, MJF gonna be the world champion soon, and that shit's gonna be lit.
It's happening. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna be lit.
He's bound for it. So
Yes, sir. But we want to thank y'all for pulling up for another episode of Raps and Wrestling. Next week, Kenny will be back,
yes,
and we are doing a New Day appreciation episode
the New Day
to put on for everything they've done from the beginning to the current. They title reigns, the things they done outside of wrestling with their gaming,
Up,
everything
down,
they
down.
done. Yeah, bro. They really paved their own lane in wrestling, and then outside of wrestling, because they be having other wrestlers from other promotions like intertwining with the things they doing for their community, gaming wise. So, my boy Kenny came up with the appreciation day thing, and we gonna put it together.
We're gonna make it work.
And we're gonna show y'all. It's not gonna be the first one. It's gonna be the first one, but it's not gonna be the only one we do. So, tune in next Monday, and we're gonna be here, Raps and Wrestling.
Peace.